Welcome in everybody to the In Off the Bench podcast. My name is Jim Cross. We got Daniel Ball back in the house. DB, how we doing?
I am fantastic.
I miss those sound
Awesome.
effects.
Yeah, gotta go a little extra. The Ava Garza. Ava, we had an amazing episode last night with Matty Ice. How you doing tonight?
We did. Good. I'm super excited. We talked about this. This is my first interview from South Carolina baseball. So
Yeah, so Riley's got a bar to set, but without further ado, Riley Goodman from South Carolina baseball, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Man, excellent. We are glad to have you. But before we get into your story, got to plug the sponsors, got to pay the bills. Chinook Seedery, 8 flavors, mild to wild, less salt, no sandpaper tongue, the best in the game. Riley, I'm actually going to come to you during the ad. Tell me you've had some Chinook seeds.
I can't tell you I've had them, but I've had teammates that have had them around. I'm not a big seed guy, but I've had teammates that have had them around, and they love them. So,
Daniel, do you remember the text? I texted Daniel 30 seconds into Founders Park. Daniel, do you remember what I saw?
You saw the wrong. I'm not even going to say it, but
I saw a sign that said no sunflower seeds.
like,
I didn't know what to think about Founders after that.
One of the big no-nos, in my opinion, is when you tell baseball people they can't have sunflower seeds at your park.
So we're gonna have to do better, Riley. We'll get the SEC commission lay down some rules. No, I'm just kidding. I know guys still choose seeds, just got to keep it clean. Can't do it on the field. But if you do get a chance to get some, try Daniel's favorite. He does a little mix of cinnamon toast and smokehouse barbecue. Calls it the smoking toast. Very clever, very good.
It's great for fall baseball.
And then would be remiss if we didn't mention Old Dominick Distillery in the heart of downtown Memphis, where 3 out of 4 of us are from. Ava, you're so cool here from Houston, Texas. But y'all don't have Old Dominick Distillery. Whiskey, vodka, bourbon, gin. They got it all. Christmas season, go get yourself something. And then, of course, Jesus One Apparel, John 16:33, empowering young men and women to be bold in their faith. Daniel, I told you about it right before the episode. They got some new hoodies aligned with college football playoff teams. Check this out. Daniel, you don't have a team in there, but if you were going to buy one of those hoodies, who are you going with?
The Notre Dame one.
Low blow. We know Ava's going Texas A&M, right?
Oh, don't even get me started. I would definitely go with Tech though. The Tech ones are cool. I like the color.
I think Daniel, I'm going to get one of those Oklahoma ones to wear to Oklahoma gymnastics. That's not going to be Oklahoma football, but it's going to have a purpose.
Makes sense. I don't know, man. I think if I would have to go with one, give me the Oregon. Give me the Oregon Ducks.
There you go. All right, David, take this thing away. I'm done plugging
this.
One.
Riley, we have to know, college football playoff field is already set. Who do you have winning it all and why?
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm probably going to have to take, let's see. I guess give me Georgia.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to take them. I don't really have a reason, but
SEC.
yeah. That's probably why.
It's enough. Yeah. Okay. We can go with that. I can get behind that.
I mean, it's a strong pick. I mean, you can't go wrong with picking the best team to represent the best conference. Daniel, it was supposed to be for Riley, but I am curious. Who you got?
Oh man, it's my motto. What's my motto?
Champion till you're beaten. That's who I got.
That's it. And I don't know. It's hard not to get behind the Hoosier train, brother. It's really hard not to.
I have a Hoosier prediction. They're going to get knocked off by the team that they beat earlier in the season. I think Oregon's going to get revenge. Just stay tuned.
I mean, it's a tough road because with them, they're going to run into somebody. Well, a lot of the teams, it's hard to beat somebody twice, especially really good teams. And so, the further IU goes, the more of these teams they're going to have to beat for a second time. And I'm not confident that they can beat Oregon a second time, but I'm really not confident in a national championship matchup that they could beat Ohio State again.
The thing is, I'll be glad once these playoffs are over. As much as I love football, Daniel, we love college baseball more. So when they're over, that means we're just one step closer.
One step closer, but hey, it's basically here. I mean, once we turn the calendar to another year, we're in it. But Riley, man, we got to get into you and talk a little bit about your backstory. Obviously, you're a Memphis guy. Memphis for me, I'm pretty fond, and I kind of know the lay of the land. But Ava's not native to Memphis. So when you say Memphis, where exactly in Memphis are you from?
So I'm from right off 240, right next to Christian Brothers High School. Pretty central East Memphis, I'd say. It's not a bad spot.
No, not at all. Ava, it's a popular spot. It's very very bustling around there. Right around the Midtown area towards East Memphis. So it's a jumping spot. It's a good spot to be. Whenever we talk Memphis, obviously there's a lot of things that are must, and one of the big musts is food. So if you were going to pick a favorite place to eat in Memphis, Riley, where are you going? Where would you take Ava if you were like, hey, you're in for the day, let me take you to this place?
Oh, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the barbecue spots. I don't think you can miss on any of those. But I'd probably have to say my favorite is Huey's. It's just you cannot go wrong. They have everything that you could ever want.
I stay in North Mississippi. We have one that's one of the best locations. But you got the right answer there. But barbecue, I would say, Daniel, is what you need to do simply because those Texans have this flawed idea that they have better barbecue. So you always got to fix that.
Oh yeah,
there would be some barbecue. There would be some Memphis rap music that Ava would have to experience. And then I guess you would need a tutorial on Memphis athletes. So Riley, of all the Memphis athletes, who's your favorite of all time?
Oh, goodness.
And it don't have to be University of Memphis specific, just out of the city of Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if too many people know him, but he is a senior in high school right now, Will Brick. I don't know how much, Jim, you know about him or if you've heard of him, but I'm huge on Will. He's one of the best baseball players I've ever seen and one of the just best humans I've ever played with and got a chance to meet. So I'd probably have to go with him, even though he's just a high school kid.
Oh, man, that is high praise.
He deserves it. So I got to give it to him.
I mean, just think of the list. Think of the list now. There's guys like Penny Hardaway on this list, and you pick Brick. You pick Brick Daddy.
Yeah. I mean,
hey,
personally, I know him, so I mean, I know he deserves it. So
there you go. Hey, I look forward to meeting him. Let's go, and I'm sure if he is half as good.
Does he make it to Mississippi State? That's my question for you.
I don't think he will. I think there's no chance. I think there's no chance in the world he makes it.
All he's gonna have to do is sign his name. That's it. And there's not gonna be a college or a university on the letterhead of this letter that he's signing. I promise you that.
Yes.
But Riley, let's get into it, man. Let's talk baseball. 7-1, 81 strikeouts, 47 innings pitched. That was between 2022 and 2023. I grew up playing baseball in Tennessee. I know what Tennessee baseball is all about, but just help me understand. Is it still as strong as it's ever been?
It's getting stronger every year. I mean, you can go from east to west and just find Power 5 guys through the entire state. So yeah, I mean, when I was, coming up, my brother played, and so I kind of got a little bit of the taste of how, high school Memphis and Tennessee ball was. And then once I got there, I mean, sophomore year kind of got thrown in there on the varsity scale, you could say, and it was crazy.
So your travel ball, obviously you have to play travel ball. That's the thing. Like who is your team in travel ball? Who are you playing with?
Yeah, so I ended up most of my high school time with the Memphis Tigers, with Andy Cook and those guys. He's one of my biggest mentors. He coached with Jason Mott at Christian Brothers, so I was around him for 364 days out of the year. So played with the Memphis Tigers. I played a little bit with EBC as well, but Memphis Tigers was the main team.
Ava, let me educate you for a second. The Memphis Tigers. We're not talking about the university. We're talking about the travel team. The travel organization is one of the premier, and I'm talking about foundational travel teams in all of Tennessee. Probably, I can't tell you when they started, but I would probably venture to say it's close to 50 years of them operating.
But their owner-operator wasn't on the show like Ed Easley, so give me EBC.
So, but there's that. You got the hot, young, up-and-comer EBC. I mean, it's you got Doolins out there. You got a lot. I mean, there's so many out there. It's really
just set up the Canes with Jesus One Apparel, a bunch of their teams.
Oh, okay, Riley, I'll ask you because I'm curious. You've been in it very recently. Is it watered down, or are all the teams that are in this travel association that you play just really, really solid teams?
I mean, I think everybody's good. Yeah, I mean, you got teams that just bring in just the best guys, and they end up just beating you with talent. And then you got guys that play together from 8U all the way up, and so they can just a ton of chemistry. So I think it's a pretty solid world the travel ball is.
Yeah, I will say this: playing travel ball is pretty cool when you can 8 and under. You can play with a lot of the same guys. May not go to school together, but you can play with a lot of same guys and kind of build this program through that core group. And it's fun now to see, well, where does everybody go? Because for you, being the 15th ranked player out of Tennessee, you had the choice of South Carolina. So to me, that says you had lots of options if you're good enough to go to South Carolina. So tell me what some of those options were, and then tell me what was the deciding factor for you to choose South Carolina.
So, I mean, I ended up blooming kind of late. A lot of people would call it late bloomer. Didn't really get any offers until started my junior year of high school is when kind of that spring and that summer is when the offers picked up. Started with some Mississippi JUCOs and then some mid-majors around, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Tennessee, and then ended up with, 2 or 3 pretty good SEC offers, and ended up going on a couple of visits and took 2 to my only school that I took 2 to was South Carolina. And I just absolutely loved it here. Every time I came over, the weather was great. And just the coaching staff that was here. When I did commit, they did a great job getting me here and showing me around the school and showing what it was about. And then when the coaching staff changed here, they did the exact same thing and just treated it like a family.
So I do gotta, now that you said it, when you have a coaching change, you said that they did it all over again. Like, do you think that's because they felt obligated, or were they really trying to get to know people, or were they trying to sell themselves to you? Like, what is the process when a new coach comes in? Because we don't get a chance to talk to players who are typically in the midst of that kind of a change, because you are obviously recruited by someone else who now that person's no longer there. So how does that all go down?
It's a weird spot, especially for incoming freshmen, just because, you haven't played college yet, so they don't have any college stats on you. They got nothing on you besides some video and maybe what the old coaching staff said. So for me, it was kind of a scary time because I had gotten hurt my senior year. And so I was kind of like, man, I don't know if they want a guy that, just had surgery coming in without knowing anything about him. But no, they did a great job. I think they felt like, hey, we got to reach out, not sell themselves, but hey, just show him what we're about. And then he can make his own decisions. So, everybody on the staff calls you and they kind of just talk to you and get to know you, almost like recruiting you really fast. And so it took, a month or so in the summer once he got hired to build a team up and, let go of some of the guys from our class that were coming in as freshmen, but kept, I think we had like 8 or 9 guys last year that came in as freshmen. And so, I mean, it's been great since.
I got a story for you before Ava starts. Daniel, I don't know if you remember, but thinking about the fact that you were talking about, injury and just thinking about South Carolina, something that'll blow your mind before you were there. Do you know who Jacob Compton is that played at University of Memphis?
I do.
Do you know that he was going to be the starter when the season started and Ethan Petrie was on the bench until Jacob got hurt? It still blows my mind after you watch Ethan Petrie's freshman year, which Daniel always says the cream will rise to the top. Eventually, Ethan would have made his way into the lineup somewhere or another. But it was just crazy, the idea of thinking about the fact that he may have not been starting the season playing at all. And who knows how it plays out if Jacob doesn't get hurt.
Riley, have you ever heard of this guy named Ethan Petrie?
I've heard his name once or twice around Columbia, but yeah. He's a phenomenal guy. I mean, he's one of the craziest athletes I've ever seen. I mean, in the weight room, on the field, and then I mean, he's a great team guy, great leader.
Yeah, two-time guest of the show, Ava. We'll have to bring him on the Pros and Joes. I'll bring you and Mike. That way you can get to meet the legend himself.
The legend himself. Okay, Riley. So you redshirt your freshman year. What were you able to take away and learn from this past season?
I think it was the best experience. Just the fact that I kind of came in, a little nervous with, being hurt and the coaching staff accepted me and everybody accepted me with being hurt. And yeah, I mean, we got to the season and it was, I sat out all fall, didn't, participate in any practice or anything. And we get to the spring and, about the opening weekend of SEC play, we go to Arkansas, and I wasn't going to travel at all year, obviously, and something happened with some of the flights and how many seats, and so I get a call at 10 o'clock on Thursday or Wednesday before we leave on Thursday, and Coach Manery's like, "Hey, man, you want to come to Arkansas with us?" And I was like, "Of course, yeah." So I ended up getting to travel all season, and I think that was the best experience. Not having the stress of playing and just getting to learn so much about the college game, how it works, how fast it moves, and everything.
Daniel, the hottest take in college baseball, Founders over Baum Walker. I'm
all day. What is Baum Walker? Never heard of it.
Hog pen. Who wants to hang out in a hog pen? All right, I'm done. Aiden.
So we've seen you and your teammates wearing the Jesus Wand shirts. How big of a role has your faith played in your baseball career?
It's played, I would say, a major part. I wish it was a little more. I'm open about that. I grew up in the church with my dad. Parents got divorced when I was young, and so my dad kept faith in my life. And so grew up in the church, grew up around faith, very faith-based family. And yeah, I mean, it's a huge part. I think it's almost like a thing with baseball, where, you got guys wearing cross chains everywhere and everything. So I think it's, as players, we do a great job with faith in the game and keeping it a very strong support system in the game.
So fall ball is wrapped up. How does the team look so far?
We look, I think, extremely well. We came off a rougher year last year, and so I think that there's not too many people out there that are going to put us in the top of any kind of poll or anything. But I mean, Coach Manery says it to us all the time, that the past couple of years and since, maybe 2010, 2011, South Carolina hasn't always been at the top. But I think this year can change a lot for us. I think that our pitching staff is going to play a huge role for us this year. We brought in a ton of older guys from the portal. I think we got 27 guys from the portal and like 10 returners. So we got a ton of new guys that came from a lot of different programs that have a lot of different philosophies that can come in and pick people's brains and everything. And so I think we're going to be really good.
So for the people that don't get to watch y'all too much, give us some names, just a couple of names that we should be looking out for this season.
I think the first one's got to be a freshman that came in, Will Craddock. He's from South Carolina, from this area. He's a huge kid, huge build. You wouldn't pick him as a freshman on the field. And he had a great fall. I think you got a transfer like Luke Uhas. He's another he's a right fielder, just huge body, can kill the baseball and has a great arm from right field. I'd probably say Dawson Harmon as well. He's kind of rotating at third and second a little bit around the infield, and he's just another guy that's going to mash baseball. So I think we got a lot of guys that are going to kill some baseballs this year.
No doubt. I mean, you guys have the number 3. Well, in 3 different polls when it comes to portal class rankings, you're in the top 10 in all 3 of those. So you guys got guys coming in, got some studs coming in, you got yourself coming in. So a lot to look forward to this fall. But I want to get into a little bit of pitching. You know, you as a guy on the bump, like what is the arsenal of pitches look like?
So coming in off the injury, it was just fastball, changeup, slider. Ended up working in a cutter this fall. It turned out to be a great pitch in the last couple of scrimmages. Kind of saved it for the last couple of scrimmages, just working on a lot of different stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fast. I was very fastball predominant this fall. Just felt like.
Is that by design? Like coaches are like, hey, we're going to stick heavy to fastballs. We'll work other pitches as we progress, but we've got to make sure, like from an arm strength standpoint and a health standpoint, that we're good. So I guess that's by design, just a heavy dose of fastballs.
Yeah, I mean, I think going into the fall, it was kind of like they kind of just wanted me to go out there and show what I was about, just because this was the first fall that I'd thrown, and they still hadn't seen too much, so they kind of just let me go do my thing for the first couple of starts, and then after that, we kind of talked, hey, I'm probably going to be a fastball predominant guy with the slider to go with it. That's a really good pitch. And then hopefully you have the changeup and cutter is kind of a behind in the count, something to just work hitters with.
Yeah, I know, me coaching a lot of times, freshmen especially, we bring them in and we go, all right, like we've got to command the zone and be able to throw fastballs. We've got to be able to locate and spot up and do these things with a fastball. If we can't do that with a fastball, like we're kind of behind the gun when it comes to being able to throw 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, off-speed pitches and different wrinkles in there. So you really got to have the foundational support of being able to throw fastballs. So it's good to hear, refreshing to hear that they're like, hey, we're going to work fastball. You're going to be a fastball heavy guy. And then from there, we're going to throw these other pitches because, one, you're going to be more confident because you have command of the zone. But two, you're going to be more apt to work ahead and be ahead. Because what I do know is hitters will get themselves out most of the time. You just got to throw it to where they can hit it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's facts.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a stat that like pitches in that just the middle of the zone. I mean, the batting average on them is like got to be 100 or lower.
I would be like, if you could like just throw fastballs down the middle and just see what happens. Because I'm confident like 3 out of 10 hitters might maybe get a hit, but the majority of the hitters that you face are going to get out. It's just how baseball is.
Yeah.
For this year, you've been through a fall. Now you have a chance to kind of see where you're going to be slotted, what you have to offer, what the team has to offer. For you, what is a goal that you have, individually set for yourself for this upcoming season?
I mean, I really just want to have a season filled with, hopefully a lot of strikeouts and not a lot of walks. I mean, that's the big thing, filling up the zone like we were just talking about. But no, I mean, I want to, no matter where I'm at, starter, reliever, midweek, wherever it's at, I just want to be able to, give us a chance to win any game, and hopefully put my name on some boards somewhere.
So you talk about that where I heard you say the word, started a couple times in the fall. Is it looking like you got a possibility of being in the weekend rotation or at least the midweek starter to start the season? I know it's still early, but during the fall you do get to tell a lot about a lot of guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think that right now there's probably 7 guys that we're still thinking about that have a chance of starting going into preseason in the spring. I'm probably in there, I think. And yeah, I mean, wherever it's at, if it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Tuesday, or I'm coming out of the pen, wherever it's at, I'm going to go out there and do the same thing. So
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Riley. Conference championships are going to be won on the weekends, but national championships are won during the week.
He has a theory. If they don't play good on Tuesday or Wednesday, he's not buying in on them.
Trust me.
Okay. Yeah.
Those games they have to matter. And
it goes good for you this past season because LSU was mashing during the midweek. So
yeah.
True.
Ava, speaking of, because Ava, we talk about Texas, but she's actually at LSU, and so Riley, May 1st through the 3rd, Ava, circle it. Riley and the team is coming to Baton Rouge. Make sure you're there.
At Baton Rouge. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to watch everybody that he told us to watch. We're gonna have eyes on the field.
That's deep in the season, man. That could be for something.
May 1st through 3rd, that means you're gonna play the Friday night game starting at 10 o'clock because there's gonna be a weather delay. So be prepared for that one. If you're the starting pitcher, it's gonna get a little wild. So no, it was a thing last season. I felt like we were starting every game 9:30, 10 o'clock, getting done at 1 a.m. Luckily, we were winning those, Riley, because I would not want to be there till 1:15 and then we lost. This wouldn't sit well. But
magical things happen at Alec Box past the usual baseball time.
Magic words are used too, but that's a whole nother story.
Very true. Don't tell him that. He's going to be scared to go to LSU.
I mean,
yeah. Hey, just block out the noise when you're running
these days.
Hey, no, what they they keep showing that video of Clemson, Daniel, of what it's like with the people surrounding them while they're warming up in the bullpen. But Alex Box ain't no better. The new bullpen they set up for the visiting team. I mean, there's really nothing to protect the pitchers. Like if somebody wanted to just mob somebody and do something to them, they could.
Like if he wanted to throw something, it wouldn't take a great arm to get him right. So
I'll never forget. I would keep my warm-ups and stuff on, like jacket, whatever, on, and I would throw in it if I was in the pen until I absolutely had to take it off because the people in the pen are they're crazy. Because as soon as they know your number, then they know your birth certificate, they know who your mom is, they know everything about you, and they use it.
But, Ava, according to all our guests, and Daniel will tell you this, the pitchers say that's why, look, Riley, people always try to argue with me on social media about what's the hardest place to play, what's the best place, whatever. Yeah. Pitchers unanimously have came on the show, the best of the best, have came on here and said Texas A&M, that crowd, the way the student section is kind of overhanging the pitchers, and then they even say the ball four chant, it may not seem intimidating until you're the guy on the mound throwing 4 balls. They say Texas A&M can rattle you.
Yeah, we actually went to Texas A&M last year, and I think no shade on any of our guys last year or anything, but I think one of our guys got to a ball 9 or ball 10 chant, and that place was rocking. So.
Hey, me and Daniel seen it in Omaha. It got up to about that high, did it not, Daniel? I forgot who the team was they were playing, but hey, like I said, the nerves are going through, and then that chant starts, and man, the number, you start thinking about it a little too much. But
was it Florida?
No, because Florida was the walk-off one that it would have been whoever they had next, probably one of them ACC jabronis.
Florida State?
No, Florida State was in
it was
Tennessee side.
It was wild though. It was.
Yeah.
I think I want to say it was like 8. It was like 8.
Yeah. All right. So all that being said, Riley, time to play a game. Play with every guest called This or That. Man, very simple. I'll give you 2 options. You choose one or the other. Just can't say neither. Can't say both. Down to play?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Very simple. Out the gate. You coffee guy or energy drink guy?
Energy drink.
What's the energy drink of choice?
It's probably a Celsius.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I've seen some pictures on your profile. I've seen you in the city enjoying up, look like Chicago or New York or somewhere like that. I obviously know where you're from. You know, if you could pick, would you live in the country or live in the city?
Country, 100%.
All right. Being that you're a Memphis native, you know, a lot of people are big time Memphis basketball fans. A lot of them are Memphis football. Some neither, some both. But I ask you, if you had to choose one to support, go watch Memphis football or Memphis basketball?
I'd go Memphis basketball.
That's the right answer.
That is the right answer.
I love football. Don't get me wrong.
Big win over Baylor, Daniel. I know you felt good about it.
Oh, definitely. You have to. I mean, you needed a big win, and not to get off on a tangent here, but like we needed some type of like hope that they are going to be able to win a conference. And based on what I've seen, like I needed a win against a decent team, and finally you pick up one. So
nice. I think I know the answer to this because, you know, I made these questions before you talked about your pitching arsenal, but would you rather strike them out via fastball or off speed?
Fastball, top of the zone.
Blow a bomb. I figured so. All right. This is always one of my favorite questions. Better uniform, man, the garnet or the black?
Ooh. I like our garnets. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. We got we usually go like garnet top with gray pants, which are pretty sweet, but then the garnet pinstripes as well. The Friday nights are pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, you can't go wrong with South Carolina uniforms. I like the white ones as well. I just figured between the 2 colored ones, probably the favorites. All right, go and put you on the spot. College football this weekend. Had to get one of the games. Had to pick the SEC game. Alabama or Oklahoma rematch. Oklahoma got them in the regular season. They will be going and playing at Norman. Who you got?
I'm probably going to stick with Oklahoma.
Safe bet. That defense is nasty.
Yeah. Oklahoma by 3 touchdowns.
3 tutties. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. Alabama's not going to have 2 bad games in a row, but they are going to have 2 losses in a row. Which is something you don't see.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather go to a concert or sporting event? And when we say concert or sporting event, this is any concert or any sporting event, anything you want. If you could pick one or the other, where are you going?
Probably a sporting event. And I mean, it's got to be a World Series.
Game 7.
I wish I would have gone to this year's World Series. That was pretty crazy. So a sporting event and probably got to be the World Series.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, most baseball players, if they don't say concert, Daniel, they do say the World Series. Like I feel like that's the only answer.
I mean, recency bias, man. The last series was a gem. So
yeah,
last couple have been pretty good. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hardest question we got. The last question we got. Would you rather spend 5 years in prison or 10 years in a coma?
Now, don't lie. Don't you get on here. You've been great, Riley. Don't get on here and lie to our face.
I love this question.
Oh, I'd probably go 10 years in a coma. I don't know. I feel like I could fend well for myself in prison, but I don't know if I'd rather just go 10 years in a coma and not remember it.
Exactly. Daniel says give him a nap. I don't want 10 years to be gone. I mean, Riley, what are you, 19? You'll be pushing 30 when you wake up, man. That's tough.
Yeah, but I mean, prison. I mean, I don't know about prison. That's
you're not wrong.
Changer. So is a coma, but
I do got one more for you because Daniel was testing you on the line thing. We always ask this sometimes. Would you rather be the number 1 pick in the MLB draft, which comes with at least a $10 million signing bonus, or would you rather win a national championship?
I'd probably go national championship. I think that's pretty hard to beat. Winning in Omaha. That's one that you can't pass up.
Daniel's sitting there shaking his head.
Let me tell you what beats it. $10 million beats it.
Yeah, but I feel like
10 times out of 10.
Look, don't let him play you, Riley, because he tried all that, and then Skeens came on here after being the #1 pick, and we asked the question again just to see where he was at on it, and he said he would still take the national championship. You can't replace the blood, sweat, and tears. So, Daniel, I used to be a money guy, but if a guy sits there and tells me who's done both, which one he would do, like, how can I argue anymore?
I mean, if I already have the money, it's easy for me to pick the other. I already got.
It's just like I can't pick Riley. I can't pick prison for real, and the reason why is we had a guy who was a UFC fighter who had done time in prison and looked at me and Daniel and said I would never go back. And if that dude can't handle prison, neither can I. So hey, we're taking it from our guest
to beat people up. Can't do it. I know I can't do it.
Hey, I still got to do that sparring session at some point, Daniel. I don't know if I'm ever going to do. Riley, I'm supposed to just spar with him, and I've gotten significantly out of shape, Daniel. I don't think it's going to happen.
You better bust a pec again.
I do. Hey, before you close this thing, Ava, I do got a question, Riley. Serious question: have you ever been told you look like Forrest Frank?
I have not, and I don't know who that is.
What?
Seriously,
I'm going to test you. Man, it's the best Christian artist there is. I'm being serious. Now, look, and now he better be your walk-up song next year. You've been sleeping.
I thought he was about to say Miles Teller. I was like, that's valid.
Let me pull this off for you. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Tell me that's not him. You see it?
Oh wow.
Huh. You got a hat? You got a hat, Riley? Put a hat on backwards.
Let's see.
I hope it's a snapback too. Oh, let's go.
I picked the snapback on purpose.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I gotta get a little higher up.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. See, I'm not crazy. I sent it to my wife and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm interviewing Forrest Frank's brother. And she started laughing and says, it does look like him. So I know it went crazy. And so I was curious. But all jokes aside, like I'm going to need you. I'm giving you an assignment. Like I for real need you to listen to his music, especially. I mean, you're going to wear the Jesus One shirt. Like he is the best artist that I went and seen him in concert 3 times. Like I'm telling you. And it's going to end up being your walk-up song. Just wait.
I will. All right.
There you go.
Before we close this out, Riley, is there anything that you want to plug or promote?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, sounds good. We want to thank Riley for joining us. If you like hearing his story or you just like hearing us average Joes, and as DB likes to say, Jill, talk X's and O's, please like and share on Facebook, retweet us on X, watch and subscribe on YouTube, and give us a follow on Instagram. Tomorrow on the Purple and Gold, we have Kelsey Major. And then after that, we have Braden Burris out of ECU. Then on Thursday, lucky me, we have an A&M baseball with a guy from pretty close to my hometown. We have Nico Partita out of George Ranch, Texas. And then on Wednesday, I'm already out of breath. And then on Wednesday, we're bringing it back to VR because we love to love purple and live gold around here. Jack Ruckert out of LSU baseball. But in the meantime, strong body, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time.